Forgot to unmute then. Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Leeds tonight, of course, play Sunderland away at the Stadium of Light. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. Those of you who have joined me already. Thanks to our Leeds Lately members as well for your continued support, including Karen Curtin, Chewy Backer. I know there's more of you in here. CB's here as well, even into the rest of you, all the regulars, Penny Lane, Goz, Michael Gott, etc., etc., Tim Raybold, etc., etc., etc. Welcome, everybody. Leeds have made a few changes to the lineup, some forced, some optional, and yes, Leeds looking to go ahead and improve on the performance against Norwich and go and get a win this time instead of a draw. And let's be honest, it would be lovely to get a win and we would probably climb a few places. And of course, the most important thing is gain 3 points on Sunderland, who are, I think, at the moment still top. So yeah, before we get into this as well, the lineups, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button down below. If you're new here, we'll have a full commentary, full live stream, so you can keep up with all the action live here. We do this for nearly every game. Of course, as well, haven't done this for a while, but I am still a partner of Classic Football Shirts. So if you click the link down in the description below, I will get some commission if you use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout and use my link in the description. There's a load of Leeds shirts on there as well, classic Leeds shirts from the time in really good nick. So yeah, go and have a look at least. Even if you don't buy anything, just go and have a little look at that. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into the lineups. Welcome John Garside. Welcome everybody who's joined us. Jeff Biss as well. Mr. P as well. Let's have a look at the lineup then. So, unchanged at the back, Meslier, Bogle, Rodon, Strauch and Firpo. Unchanged, good backline, good strong backline. Thought Firpo played really well and was obviously taken off eventually. Tanaka and Rothwell make up this midfield now that Gruev has picked up that injury, which could be, I know that Leeds have tweeted about him going into surgery. The injury that it is, he could potentially be out for 6 to 8 months. So Leeds might even need to actually have a look at bringing somebody in on a free transfer. There's a couple of players in there, some people like Kramer, who Daniel Farker has managed before at Borussia Mönchengladbach, and there's a few others in there as well. Edouard Michu, I think, as well, is one that is a potential option for Leeds. But yes, let's go back to the lineup because we obviously didn't get all the way through. Ramazani, Aronson and Nonto, who I thought were all very decent against Norwich. And the change up top is Joël Peru. So Joël Peru, of course, comes in for Mateo Joseph, but I don't know whether Mateo Joseph has picked up a little bit of a knock or whether it's just a tactical decision, but we kind of got to see what happens tonight. If I'm honest, I mean, I did say this the other week, actually. I don't particularly like Joël Peru starting for us because I think whilst he scored a decent amount of goals for us off the bench, I think that's what he's good at doing. Coming on into the game when the game is already stretched, when we're at a kind of a latter stages of the game, when you're thinking, right, okay, now the gaps are starting to open up. Now there's some spaces, bit of tired legs. Now bring on Joël Peru, because if he gets a chance, and it's more likely he would because of people being stretched, he will probably finish it. If you start him in games, I think he's a little bit too lethargic from the off to be able to impact the game too much. So for me, it made sense for Joseph to be the one that starts. Hopefully, Peru plays well tonight. We'll address what people are saying in the chat in a second, but we'll just go back to the lineup for tonight. I can hold the subs bench up for you now. Darlow, Byram, Schmidt, DeBayo, Crew, Chambers, Gelhardt, Joseph and Bamford. So obviously DeBayo, Crew, Chambers are all youth team players who are stepping up this season, but are all decent players, of course. And then you've got Gelhardt, Joseph, and Bamford as a kind of 3 striking options. You've got Byram and Schmidt at the back, and Darlow, of course, as an option for the goalkeeper role as well, if there is an injury to Meslier. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out. Look, Sunderland have had an excellent start to this season. They really have had a good start. So, if we can stop them doing what they do best, then we'll be on to a winner today. I'm pretty sure a football club can bring in a free transfer at any time. Free transfer outside of our window. Okay, so outside the transfer window, a club may still sign players on an emergency basis, usually if they have no goalkeeper available. Special dispensation from their competition's governing body, for example, the Premier League, is required. So we could, I think, make a petition to the EFL to say, look, Ampadu and Gruev have both got injured for potentially months, and as backup we have Tanaka and Rothwell, which is fine because we've got 2 starting centre mids, but after that we've got Crew, but he's not a first team player yet. Like, if we get any more injuries, we are kind of knackered. So it might be that we might ask to bring in a free transfer as special dispensation from the EFL. Now, we know that the EFL and most everybody else in the world hates Leeds, so maybe that it wouldn't get approved, but there is the option there to kind of petition to the league and then try to bring in a free transfer. I mean, I know that Barcelona got one approved in La Liga a couple of years ago, and it was to bring in Martin Brathwaite. Now, Martin Brathwaite was a player who used to play for Middlesbrough, but Barcelona brought him in from another La Liga side, who then had nobody to replace him, because so this team lost their striker Martin Brathwaite, went to Barcelona. Then the team who sold Martin Brathwaite went, oh, well, now we need emergency dispensation. Can we get a striker in? And the governing body said, well, no, because why would you get rid of him if you knew you were going to have to do that? So they tried to play the system, really, and got screwed over. Anyway, Super Chat's come in. Mr. P, who is, of course, a Leeds Lately member, so thank you so much for your continued support, Mr. P, and, of course, your Super Chat. Now, Mr. P says, MJ, as in Mateo Joseph, may be saved to cause the damage Peru does later on in the game, as Peru normally does. Will Farker look to keep things tight in the meanwhile? Well, yeah, it's interesting you say that, because like I was saying before, when we're talking about Joel Peru coming on whilst things are a little bit stretched, you can say that, you could say that whilst, I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted by this light show at Sunderland. I'm sure some people will have seizures off the back of that. So, yeah, whilst I was saying that the space could open up for somebody like Joel Peru later on in games when there's tired legs and things, yeah, the same thing exactly could apply to Mateo Joseph as well. You could see him come on a little bit later in the game and get some opportunities based on what will happen to the opposition. With regards to what you say, Mr. P, about Will Farker look to keep things tight in the meanwhile, I think we'll not go for it hell for leather, but I think we can potentially come out of the blocks a little bit in the first half, try to get a goal, and if we do, then maybe that's when we look to keep things tight. You know how Farker often sets his team up to score and then back off a little bit after that point. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on it, Mr. P. I think that he may go for it a little bit to try and get a goal and then back off a little bit and then potentially bring on Mateo Joseph later on in the game, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Jeff, just a minute ago, I kind of explained I kind of explained what the transfer thing was. I'll just read it out again quickly. Outside the transfer window, a club may still sign players on an emergency basis, usually if they have no goalkeeper available. Special dispensation from the competition's governing body, for example, the Premier League, or in our case, the EFL, is required. You can register a new player, but you can't unregister any player. So as long as you have open registration slots. So if we don't have a full 25-man or however many man squad it is, and we haven't registered them as first team players, and there's a spot left, we can still register a free transfer apparently. So maybe that other thing doesn't apply. Anyway, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button as well. Before we get into this one. Was that I recognise that guy. Is he a Southampton player or something? Let's have a little look at the Sunderland lineup before we get into this. Leeds versus Sunderland. I recognise that guy. Why did I recognise him? Chris Mepham, that's why I recognised him, because he's Chris Mepham and he was at Bournemouth. I think Leeds were looking at him in the summer, weren't they? Potentially. Their lineup then: Patterson in goal, Tri-Hume at right back, Mepham at right centre back, Luke O'Nien at left centre back, Kirkin at left back. Then you've got a midfield three of Rigg, Neal, and Bellingham, with Patrick Roberts out on the right, Isidore through the middle, and Mundle on the left of their midfield. Of course, they have got ex-Leeds United player Leo Hjelde on the bench as well. Aaron Connolly is also on the bench for them, who made quite a splash when he first came in at Brighton. People thought his career was going to go through the roof, really skyrocket, but never really amounted to as much as we thought he would be at the time. Mr. P saying, did we not fall short of registering our full quota for this season? If I remember correctly, we still had 2 or 3 spots available. Well, if that is true, apparently we can sign a free transfer and register them throughout one of those. Through one of those spots. Welcome, Johnny. Welcome, Johnny Peacock, another one of our Leeds Lately members. Luckily, White Swan. It's not the Real Madrid Bellingham. Right. Let's get prepared then for this championship game. Joel Peru leading the line tonight. If you're just joining us now, this is the Leeds United lineup. Obviously, forced changes with Rothwell coming in for Gruev, but strikers. By the way, top goal scorers since August 21. Joel Peru, 57. Mitrovic, 43. Schmodix, 39. So Joel Peru is a bit of a goal machine in the Championship. We just need to get the best out of him. Welcome everybody who's joining us now. Make sure you smash that like button. Get us up to as close to 100 likes as we can, because we haven't actually got 100 viewers at the moment. But yeah, Leeds moments away here from kicking off at Sunderland. The Stadium of Light is the venue for this evening's fixture. Thanks so much, Justin O'Dell. Justin was just gifted did just gift a membership to somebody else, so that's great to see. Thanks so much for doing that, Justin. We are underway here at the Stadium of the Light as the ball goes back to Tanaka and then to Rodon, and the familiar sight of Strauch and Rodon being in control of the ball at the back is seen before our eyes. Here's Strauch, Rodon. Now Bogle. Bogle looks to go forward here, but his pass is blocked there, and I think it's Bellingham here who picks it up. Good tackle there by Tanaka. And here is Aaron Aronson, who tries to win it back. And Tanaka's won it back about 4 times in a row there. He's done really well. Tanaka still trying to go forward here. Ramazani up against Hume. Now a little header forward by Firpo, and then Ramazani's ball is taken away from him just inside the box. Long clearance from Sunderland, and the ball goes back to Joe Rodon. Here's Tanaka. Now Strauk. Tanaka again. Now Rothwell. I would be interested to see how much forward thinking play we see from Rothwell and Tanaka, because they're both players who like to get forward. Yeah, Michael just mentioned in Sunderland sitting quite deep here, and almost a bank of 5 at the back. But hopefully if Leeds can break it down, then they'll have to start coming out a little bit more from the back. Here's Joe Rodon, though, about halfway inside the Sunderland half. Plays it out wide to Jaden Bogle. Now Nonto tries to play that ball back to him, but the ball's sent long up to Isidore, who's trying to keep hold of it, and it's going to be a foul against Al Tanaka. They're underway again here, and then Tanaka's just made another foul, and I think he might get himself a yellow card here because it's just 2 in a row. Kirkin might be coming up to take this one. Don't even think Tanaka's got himself a yellow card there when he's just done 2 fairly cynical fouls in a row. Here's Mepham. Drops it off here for 09, I think it is. Actually, no, I think that's Hume. Patterson, the goalkeeper. It's going to be a throw in here to Sunderland just outside the technical area as Hume to take. Mepham back to Patterson, the goalkeeper. Out the other side here to 09, who charges forward down the left hand side looking for a passing option. Short ball there to the winger who came deep, and now another ball forward here from 09. Now out wide to the other side. Patrick Roberts here. Looks to find a pass. Try Humes overlapping him. Now Rigg. Oh, and his ball to Patrick Roberts has just gone straight into touch. Firpo then getting ready to take this throw-in. Taking his sweet time over it. Here's Aronson. Tries to flick that one forward to Joel Peru. Peru tries to get a foot in there, but he can't quite keep hold of it. And then he fouls. Fouls 09 there, and it's going to be a Sunderland free kick. They're taking it already out to the left-hand side here for Kirkin. Now down the line here for that winger who I need to go and remember his name. Mundle. His name is Mundle. Here's Mepham. Now Patrick Roberts. I wouldn't mind it if both Leeds and Sunderland went up, you know. 2 proper clubs going back into the Premier League. Here's Mepham. Actually, no, that wasn't Mepham. That was one of the midfielders there. Bellingham. Here's a ball with Mepham again. Looks to play forward into the midfield here. Ball out wide now to Patrick Roberts. Or Hume, actually. Can Patrick Roberts get on this and get it into the box? It's come to the edge. Bellingham shoots over the bar. Good little bit of play there from Sunderland, but the shot from Bellingham was always going over the bar there. Yeah, it was a good little bit of play from them, but the ball was bouncing and he just got under it there, Bellingham. Yeah, they are, aren't they, Munchy Toy? And it was like, it's nice to see proper clubs back in the Premier League. None of this Bournemouth, Brentford nonsense. Of course, I do understand that you're in the Premier League on merit. Here's Strauk. Now Rodon. Tanaka now plays it forward to Bogle. Actually, no, that's Nonto who's come deep for him. Bogle's gone past him. Nonto's still going here. And then Nonto fouled right on the corner of the box out on the right-hand side. Done well there, Nonto. Really good run from him, but a chance for Leeds to get the ball in the box here. Yeah, he got himself away from Mundle, and then, yeah, I think it was Kirkin who came in and wiped him out the left back, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. I had to sound that out in my head then, Chewy, to realise what a pitta was. And it's not a pitta bread. Rothwell over this free kick then, which suggests to me that it could potentially be a cross into the box, a delivery rather than an attempt on goal. But you never know. Yeah, good shout, CB. Don't say anything if a goal goes in this game until I've reacted to it. Ball in from Rothwell, and then, oh my God, Ramazani, I think, has nearly kicked it out of the stadium. It's also where, I think it's where Jack and Bobby Charlton are from, isn't it, Sunderland? Or was that Middlesbrough? Don't know. The ball bounced out from that free kick, and Ramazani just, honestly, it was like he was kicking for touch. It was terrible. It's a free kick. It's a throw in here to Leeds. In the kind of left back position. Firpo's taken it. Here's Strauch now. Back across to Meslier. Meslier to Joe Rodon. Kirkin now out on the left-hand side. Tanaka and Bogle trying to tackle him, but he's still got the ball. Little back heel here to Bellingham. Bellingham with a lofted ball out wide to Patrick Roberts here. He's got Hume trying to overlap him. But instead he goes back himself inside. Still playing with the ball here, and a ball out wide again to Patrick Roberts. Little overlap to Hume, gets it across the box. It's gone across everyone, and then Meslier with a great save, and Sunderland put in the rebound, 1-0. It was really good play from Sunderland, but we're just so static. Chris Riggs scores for Sunderland as the ball was bouncing out. Meslier made a really, really good save there, but nobody's alive to it. Nobody's alive to the danger. You could see it coming a mile off that goal. It's a good goal, but, like, come on. Everybody's onside for it. Ball comes across, cuts across. First shot, Meslier makes a really... Do you know what? Meslier is so unlucky there because he saves it. And if it's an inch like further out into the pitch, it wouldn't hit the post. He would have just saved it into touch. But he's unfortunately saved it onto the post, which has then bounced it straight back across for Rigg. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that he saved it onto the post there, Meslier. Very disappointing, though. Here's Strauch. Now Firpo. And look, 9 minutes in, we've given ourselves a mountain to climb. Or 10 minutes in. Firpo. Ramazani tries to play it back to Aronson, but they've lost it. Here's Hume into Bellingham. Bellingham back across the back line to 09, who plays it forward here to Kirkin down the left-hand side over the halfway line. Now Mundle back inside to Kirkin, and then a tackle by the Leeds defenders have sent it out for a corner kick. And yeah, I agree with John Garside. They are pretty much all over us here. We're struggling. Yeah, we just need to get a grip of this game. Just calm it down a little bit and then start to try and play some football, because at the moment we just don't. We look a bit lost. We can't really get out of our own half. You can see why Sunderland are where they are in the league, though. You can see why they're where they are in the league. They're a very good outfit here. Strouk to Melier. Oh no, he's going to make him take it again. This goal kick. Here's Melier. Ball forward here. But it's cut out here, and now Bellingham with it. Rothwell cuts that one out. Here's Tanaka now. I do sometimes feel, same as last season, like we're outnumbered in the midfield at times. If you've got just Tanaka and Rothwell in there, you've got two midfielders against potentially three or more players. Firpo into Piru. Now Aronson. Back to Piru again. Piru with a good feet there and gets it back to Aronson. Now Piru again. Piru done really well there. Now Firpo tries to get it down the line here to Aronson. Aronson slide tackled. And it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Oh, 3-1 to go top. Right, yeah. I was wondering because 3-2 is the same as 2-1 in terms of goal difference. But yeah, you meant 3-1. Here's Tanaka. I have lost feed at the moment. I'm about 10 seconds behind what the timer says now as well, but here's Rodon. Strouk. Rothwell. Now into Firpo. Remember, if a goal goes in, please don't say it in the chat before I've reacted to it. Otherwise, I won't be having a natural reaction to things. Make sure, of course, you hit that like button as well. Get us up to 100 likes. Here's Rodon. Now Tanaka. Oh my god, this is like a whole minute behind. I'm actually only in the 13th, just gone into the 13th minute on my feed, but here's Rothwell, out wide to Firpo. Firpo, back to Strouk. Back across to Rodon. Now Bogle. Here's Nonto out on the right-hand side. They always seem to have so many players back, Sunderland, but Nonto's managed to go past them. Nonto, can he get a ball into the box? Here he is, fouled. Still going, Nonto, and then the ball cleared away, but Nonto should have been given a free kick there just outside the box on the right-hand side, I think. I don't think it was in the box. Here's Rothwell. Ball out wide now to Firpo. Now back to Strouk. Here's Tanaka with the ball at his feet. Having a little look, and Rothwell plays it to Rodon. Rodon looking for options. Little lofted ball towards the box here. Ramazani tries to bring it down. Ball back into Ramazani. Shot goes lobbed over the bar there. Poor, really, in the end. 0, Justin, because everybody hates us. Mr. P saying, it seems Sunderland, like every other team we play, have a plan for attack, precise passing and teammates finding each other in space. It's easier said than done, though, isn't it? Because for them to find themselves in space, they have to make good movements, and they're doing well. they're a decent outfit. This Sunderland bunch, and we're struggling to match them really at the moment. Really struggling. Here's Nonto now on the counter attack. Although Sunderland now have picked the ball back up again. Now Leeds win it back. Here's Aronson. Rothwell, Tanaka. Back to Strauch. Strauch to Ramazani. Ramazani tries to get it out wide to Firpo, but he can't. And now Aronson's hounding the midfielders for Sunderland here, but they're just so easily get away from us. They're very press resistant, and we struggle to take the ball off them. Strauch's had the ball taken off him here, though, by... I don't know who that is, actually, but it's going to be a foul to Sunderland. Yeah, look, Leeds are struggling here a little bit. Well, not a little bit, quite a lot, actually. Oh, I think we're back. Here you go. This is perfectly synced up now with mine. Strauch. Rothwell. Here's Rodon. Now Aronson comes forward with it. Now Nonto. Bogle back to Tanaka. Tanaka to Nonto. Back to Bogle again. But it has gone past him. He's had to run deep for it. Here's Rothwell. They seem to defend so compactly, so tightly. And then when they win the ball back, they counter-attack so quickly that we seem to be we seem to be struggling with the pace of their movement, which is something that we had at times last season on the counter-attack. We just don't seem to have that same counter-attack this season. We just don't. Without Jorginho and Somerville, who are two key parts of it, and of course Dan James as well, who's injured at the moment, we just don't have that much pace going forward. Here's Firpo. Back to Strauch. Back all the way to Rodon now. Leeds kind of looking a little bit out of ideas here. Here's Rothwell. Rothwell into the box for Piru. Piru goes to shoot. It's a good block in the end by Sunderland. And it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. That would have been a great goal if he'd have managed to bring that one down. Rothwell with an excellent ball over the top for Piru. Chests it down and then goes for a volley across the face of goal. And 09 gets the block in. But I tell you what, that would have been a great goal if he'd have managed to get his shot off properly there. The problem is as well, Mr. P, we haven't got a backup number 10 if Aronson doesn't have a great game. Here's Rothwell. Yeah, look, again, Leeds 70% possession to Sunderland's 30%, but it doesn't mean anything if we don't do anything with it. I'm sure Aronson was fouled there. He passed the ball away and then got wiped out. Mundell doesn't quite keep that one in on the counter-attack, and it's going to be Leeds to get the throw in here. Here's Rodon. Now Strauch. Rodon again. Aronson, good little turn there. Can he find feet? Plays it out wide here to Ramazani. Ramazani fouled there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. We're finding it difficult to get anybody like Ramazani and Nonto into any amount of space, really. Free kick taken quickly here. Now Bogle. Back to Rodon. Across the Strauch. They just have so many numbers back here, Sunderland. Ramazani. Here's Aronson. Rothwell to Bogle. Bogle's ball into the box. Ramazani on the edge here. Can he fashion a way to shoot? He does shoot, but it blocks off a couple of players here. But Aronson's still going here in the box. Tries to square it across. Right across the face of goal there from Aronson. And he doesn't quite manage to anybody else to get the ball in the back of the net there. But very close. Good ball from Aronson. Oh, Peru tried a little flick. But couldn't quite get enough on it. Was hit with a lot of pace by Aronson, but yeah, close one there for Joel Peru. Look, strikers get 1 or 2 chances per game, at least. So, I mean, there's a chance that if Peru does get a chance, he's such a good finisher that he might take it. Like the way Rothwell's always looking forward, though. I think he's having quite a good game so far. Here's Nonto cross into the box here to Joel Peru. 1-1! I told you, I literally just said if Joel Peru gets a chance, he will score. Joel Peru heads it into the back of the net from that Nonto cross. Great goal. Against the run of play, you've got to say, but what did I say? If he gets a chance, he's the sort of player who will put it in the back of the net. Nonto, again, I said Rothwell doing really well. Bogle plays it down the line to Nonto. Nonto's cross, I mean, I think in the Premier League it gets called offside. But in the Championship, it's a goal, game on. Rothwell down the line to Bogle, down the line to Nonto. Great cross in, and Peru just heads it into the bottom corner. Look, this is what we wanted from Peru. Just score. Go up there and score goals. Yeah, I mean, look, he puts that. He didn't need to, Peru, but he put it right in the corner there. Rodon heads that one away, and it's going to be a throw in to. It's going to be a throw in there to Sunderland. Head it hard into the net. CB gifting a membership. Thanks so much for the gifted membership, CB. Can't knock Peru this season. No, I mean, look, I'd like to see a little bit more from him off the ball, but I think he's done quite well, actually, this game off the ball. And with when he's picked the ball up, Leeds are on the counter-attack here. Aronson's intercepted one. Ball out wide to Ramazani on the left here. Ramazani does get tackled there by Patrick Roberts. And it's going to be a Leeds throw-in here. What? Has that been given as a Sunderland throw-in? I don't understand how that was a Sunderland throw-in, but how many goals is Peru on? Peru must be up there with the top scorers for the Championship. He scored, what, 4 or 5? Free kick here to Sunderland. Scored 4, has he? Nonto crossed it into the box for a header. Did you all lose me there for a second? Oh, here goes Firpo coming forward. Plays the ball down the line here to Ramazani. Ramazani looking for an option here. Into Firpo. Now Tanaka tries to play a ball forward there into Joel Peru, who does manage to keep the ball in play here. Really well done from him. Now Ramazani. Firpo down the line, headed back into the box here. Nonto goes up for it. Tanaka, oh my God, the ball's bouncing around everywhere, and eventually it's cleared. I can't believe that did not go in the back of the net now. Sunderland were at 6s and 7s, players flying all over the place, and Bellingham went down. I don't understand how we didn't score there. Firpo puts the ball in the box. Bogle goes for the header. Then their goalkeeper wipes out Bellingham. Tanaka kicks it back into the box, and then Firpo screamed at Aronson then, because Aronson potentially might have, Aronson potentially might have been able to score that. Yeah, Firpo was about to shoot, wasn't he? Firpo screaming at Aronson after the ball went then. I think Aronson's like the most non-confrontational person ever as well, by the way. Like anytime someone flies into a challenge with him, and then they kind of almost expect him to get up and have a go at them. And he just gets up and like walks off and is calm. Tanaka. Rodon. Look, the game's become a little bit more open now that it's gone back to 1-1 level pegging. So I think, look, we can come back into this game now. This is our chance to assert a bit more dominance. Here's Rodon. Meslier. Rodon. Comes forward down the line. Now into Nonto. Nonto's got Firpo outside him. Tries to get into Ramazani. Just doesn't get it to him. But now Aronson again, just inside the box. Tries to cross it across. Cleared away by Sunderland. Headed away now by Mundle. But picked up again by Rothwell. Rothwell with a fantastic ball into Bogle. Bogle, can he cut it back across? And Ramazani's header just downwards into the ground and bounces over the bar there. Bogle there just, I think, needed to... that's a great ball from Rothwell, by the way. He's having an unbelievable game. Bogle just needed to try and keep that one on the deck there. He just whacked it so hard. Yeah, overcooked it, Hank's saying. He hit it so hard there that Ramazani had an absolute nightmare to deal with to put that one in. If he'd have played it along the ground, it could be 2-1. But we are looking better, yeah, White Swan saying. We are looking a lot better. Look at us picking the ball up on the Rothwell again. Whilst we're pressing for it. Ball into the box here. Here's Nonto just inside the box. Nonto shoots over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick to Sunderland, I think. Don't think it took any deflections there. But Leeds are pressing high up now and winning the ball back. Rothwell keeps charging out, winning the ball back and getting Leeds up the pitch. Look, I'm very impressed with Rothwell this game. I think he's been fantastic. Yeah, we are getting better, Tim. Yeah, I think we're getting much, much better now. We're looking like we're a little bit more aggressive. We're pressing higher up the pitch. We're trying to get forward a little bit more, play more incisive passes. I think it's it's massively improved for Leeds in the last sort of 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes since the 20th minute. I think we've been playing really, really well here. Ball back with Meslier now. Meslier just on the edge of his box looking for a pass. Sends that one long up towards Joel Peru, but it's headed away by 09. Rothwell comes forward again trying to win that one back, but this time Sunderland resist the pressure and keep the ball here. Here's Kirkin. Ball back to Patterson in the Sunderland goal. Now out to Chris Mepham. Comes forward with it under no pressure here from Leeds. Back again to Patterson, the goalkeeper for Sunderland. Back again to Mepham, ex-Bournemouth centre-half. Hume plays it back to Mepham again, and Mepham's going to have to use the goalkeeper, but Leeds are trying to come up the pitch a little bit here and press a little bit more, so Patterson does have to send that one long. Header won by Bogle, then header won by Kirkin. Bellingham manages to turn Aronson here and he goes forward. Good interception there from Bogle and Leeds win the ball back. Here's Rothwell. Into Aronson. Now Tanaka. I think we're looking good in midfield. Yeah, Rothwell's been playing excellent. Tanaka obviously playing well as well, and I think Aronson's having a half-decent game, but Rothwell's been the standout for me in this game. Really, another really good ball from him forward to Ramazani. Now Ramazani with the ball back to Rothwell. Knocked across now to Rodon. Hi Stephen, welcome everybody who's just joined us. Yeah, well I think they've been rattled a little bit by the goal because it came against the run of play, but they are seeming to kind of struggle to get on the ball a little bit now. But here comes Kirkin down the left-hand side. He's absolutely skinned Bogle. He's just nutmegged him. Then a tackle from Rodon. And now Leeds can come forward. Here's Firpo. Into Aronson, who plays it down the line now to Nonto. Leeds have got numbers in this attack. Nonto. Just come into the edge of the box here on the right-hand side, looking for a chance to cross the ball. He does cross the ball. It's deep. Goes over everybody, but it's headed away here by Sunderland, and now Patrick Roberts brings it forward. Can Leeds take the ball off him without giving away a free kick? But now, no, into the front man here for Sunderland. Good tackle by Strauch, and now Ramazani can come and give the ball back to Rothwell. Leeds can calm down a little bit now after that Sunderland break. Piru with the ball back to Tanaka. Here's Bogle. Aronson. Yeah, well, I tell you what, P. Morton, he's not as good as his brother, but he's still not a bad player, is he? Rodon. Tanaka. Back to Rodon again. Rodon with the ball forward into Piru. Drops it off for Aronson. Aronson trying to keep the ball there, but it's taken away by Mundle. Looks to open up his legs here and stretch the play. Out on the left-hand side. Tanaka's gone with him. Rodon trying to cover here and does really well. Rodon to cover now. Bogle gets the ball back. Bogle into Tanaka's feet. Tanaka back to Rodon. Yeah, it's improving a lot, Linda. It's improving a lot. Here's Strauch. Now Firpo. Looks for some options here, but gives the ball back again to Pascal Strauch. First goal Sunderland have conceded at home this season, Karen's saying. Did not know that. They've been really good then, haven't they? Strauch into Nonto, who has just given the ball straight back to them. Long ball here from Sunderland is luckily a poor one. Now Rothwell with a great turn. Charges forward here. Was a potential chance to play the ball there, but he has managed to play the ball out wide now to Nonto, who for the moment has swapped around with Ramazani, as Ramazani's actually gone central here, and then we don't really have a right winger. Yeah, they do look alike as well, don't they, P. Morton, the Bellingham brothers? They're very, very similar looking. Tanaka. Pascal Strauch. Now Tanaka again. Firpo. Back to Strauch. Firpo again. Cuts inside now. Plays the ball to Ramazani. Ramazani looking for some options here. He does have to go backwards to Tanaka. Tanaka with a long sweeping ball out wide to Jayden Bogle, who can he keep it? I just can't quite keep it in there, Bogle. And he gives Tanaka a bit of a death stare. I don't know why. It was a good ball, but he just couldn't quite keep it in. Probably comes a point, doesn't there, Mr. P, where if you haven't conceded at home in the first, what has it been, like 7 games or so, you feel like you're never going to concede. Fewest touches this match, Ilan Melier with 8, and then after that it's Isidio with 9, Mundle with 10, Patterson with 11, Rigg with 13. Like, Leeds have, of course, been very dominant in possession again. Ball out to Kirkin now on the left-hand side, and now back into the centre with Mepham. Good tackle there by Ramazani. Unfortunately, Aronson can't quite get to the second ball, and Sunderland do come away with it here. Here's Bellingham as he tries to come forward, looking for a pass into the box here. Goes back out wide again. Kirkin tries to get the ball into the box. It's right across the face of goal. Here's Patrick Roberts on the other side, looking to shoot. Melier picks that up gratefully, and Leeds can now come away with the ball again. Yeah, one of their midfielders was a striker actually. Was awfully close to getting on the end of that. Was awfully close to getting on the end of that header there, but it went across everyone. Haven't seen Sunderland in the Premier League since before HDTV, them, Hull and Portsmouth. Yeah, there's a few players a few teams that would be nice to see back in the Prem. I remember Portsmouth was always an ever-present when I was growing up. Always remember random players like Frederick Picquion, but then also really good players like Nico Cranchar. Here's Aronson now. Aronson just loses the ball to Bellingham. Bellingham coming forward with it now. Again, he's got that physicality that his brother's got as well, hasn't he? The ability to carry the ball forward whilst holding people off, but Leeds do manage to get the ball back off him for a throw-in. Strauch. Now Rodon. Ramazani back to Strauch again. Meslier. Up towards Piru, but headed away by Sunderland. Aronson back into the feet of Piru, but he can't quite get onto that one, and now Bellingham has it. Out wide to Kirkin on the left-hand side. Now Mundell. Looking to go up against Bogle. Headed away, though, by Joe Rodon, and now Piru plays it out wide to Nonto. Nonto with a little chop inside, and then to Aronson. Aronson down the line to Joel Piru here. Piru needs a bit of support. Little lofted ball through towards Ramazani, but Ramazani's never going to win that against the height of Bellingham. Good tackle, though, by Piru, and now Rothwell wins the ball back. Rothwell to Firpo on the left. Now Nonto with a little poked ball down the line to Ramazani, who crosses it across the box. There's just nobody there to finish it off, but Bogle is going to get there on the other wing to try and get another chance to get the ball in the box. Here's Bogle, plays it back here now to Rothwell. Rothwell crosses it into the box, headed away by 09, and then a little tackle there by Rodon. I think, look, Rodon got the ball first. I'm sure he did. Rodon's got himself a yellow card here in the 39th minute. I think Rodon gets a touch. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't think you needed to pull him down. I think you just let your... I think you just let... Oh, well, actually, yeah, he probably would have been in there, so it's probably a good idea that Rodon did that, to be honest. Yeah, fair play, Rodon. Kind of had to. Yeah, and then I guess DeBayo can come in and play centre-back after that. We haven't really got many other centre-backs either, have we? Ampadu was supposedly one of our other centre-back options, so I think we're struggling after that, aren't we? Verba's injured. So if Rodon gets injured, DeBayo will have to start. I don't... Oh, Byram maybe. Byram could play centre-back, but I don't know. I would imagine that Farken might play Byram there, but then you've got no options to bring on as full-backs other than maybe Schmidt, but... I think Schmidt's left back, right back, left mid, right mid, but not really a centre-back. Here's Patrick Roberts looking to cut inside now, plays it to the edge of the box. Of Bellingham, oh my God, it took a deflection and then went past the left-hand side of the post. Luckily, it didn't deflect and just go in the bottom corner, but it could have done, easily could have done. The bench... Our bench tonight is Darlow, Byram, Schmidt, DeBayo, Crew, Chambers, Gelhardt, Joseph, and Bamford. Who's picking up Bellingham there? Yeah, nobody. Nobody. Corner comes into the box. Meslier punches away. And then it's going to be a free kick to Leeds there for a foul in the box. So Leeds can have a bit of momentary respite there. Or respite. Meslier with a free kick to take now. Oh. Ooh. Nothing like a little bit Leeds United after a long day. Meslier sent everybody forward here, so he's going to send this one long rather than... Yeah, Chambers is on the bench, Michael. Scored for Leeds in pre-season, Sam Chambers. Here's Rodon. Little lofted ball, tries to put it down the line, but it goes into touch. Yeah, he scored against Harrogate, Sam Chambers, Michael. What does that mean, Goz? Yeah, Mostry. Mostry. Got no idea, you'll have to say that again. Here's Mepham. Now back into the midfield here. Cross to Rigg. Tries to carry it forward here. Here's Bellingham on the edge of the box. Goes to shoot. Past the post in the end, and Meslier can let that one go. More stress. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah. Yes, it is more stress. Thanks. Yeah, we're letting Bellingham have a little bit too much of a run of the centre of the park, to be honest. And whilst obviously he's a good player, so it's difficult to stay with him, we do need to be careful that we don't just let him have the run of things. Look, it's difficult because we're playing with a midfield two, right? And if you're playing with Gruev and Ampadu, I don't think he gets anywhere near as much time and space because they're holding midfielders. But because Tanaka and Rothwell are both number 8s who can go forwards and backwards, I think you're sacrificing a little bit of that defensive awareness for an ability to go forward. Here's Roberts. Curls the ball out wide here for Mundle. Bogle trying to stop the cross here. Oh, he's dived there, Mundle, in the box, and I think the referee may book him. I think it looked like for a second it might have been a penalty. Nonto just kicked near Mundle, but Mundle's just dived on the floor holding his shins. But if it's not a penalty, then it's a dive. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's not, yeah, it's not that. Let's have a look from this angle. It's not a penalty. They'll have to get a yellow card. It was scary, but... Yes, he is, Pete. P. Morton saying Aronson holds position. He's ball watching. Aronson plays box to box. He's doing too much. He can't win for losing. He just... Yeah, he does need to come close. He does need to come deep and come and help out those two in midfield at times. So I get why he's doing that, but at times, yeah, if you're going to come back, then actually watch the play. Meslier has to come out and make a really good save there, but it was offside against the Sunderland front man. Isidore, which always reminds me of Isildur from The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Meslier just he's under pressure there, and he sliced that one into touch. And then when they came back, they got through on goal, but it was offside in the end. Not sure about the possession percentages at the moment. Tim Raybold saying 60% Leeds. We need half time. Yeah, look, I mean 1-1 at half time, given the way things have gone, I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Clearance there from Sunderland, but now Strauch plays the ball down the line towards Ramazani, who flicks that one on. Played back to the goalkeeper by Mepham. Goalkeeper Patterson sends that one long, and Bogle wins the header. Here's Kirkin. Coming forward with it. How are they better without Jack Clark than they were with him? Tanaka. Firpo. Firpo plays it forward here to Aronson. Oh, Aronson. Did he have a chance to play that forward there and he's gone backwards? Pride of Numenor. Good lad, Justin. Karen saying we've had 10 shots and 1 on target. Here's Firpo. 1 minute added on to this first half, by the way, of which 20 seconds have gone. So it's not really been too much of a stop-start game. Road on here. Now Strauch. Firpo. Tanaka now with the ball. Rodon. Oh, and that is it. That's it for the first half. I'm going to quickly have my comfort break, as it's called in this world. Make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button, and I will be back very shortly. So, Isaac saying, look, we're playing the league leaders. Yeah, we are. And I think they're a very decent side from what we've seen so far. Let's have a look at the championship table. I think they're a decent side. I think it's been a very even game, to be honest with you. They sit top at the moment with 19 points. If we draw this game, then we'll be on 16 points and we'll be third. Ideally, we'd win this game. We'd go top and then hope for some poor results for the top teams around us. What was the... let's have a look. Stat leaders. Yeah. Joel Peru's 4th or joint fourth in the top scorers list. So look, I mean, I think Joel Peru's obviously a good finisher. He just needs to get himself in a few more of those positions and will be golden, really. But Sunderland away as well, isn't it? It's Sunderland away, so they're always going to be a difficult place to go, regardless of which season it is, to be honest. And I think this season, especially, it's a difficult place to go. People said that they haven't conceded a goal at home this season. So, and as well, honestly, their goal was really well played, but I think it's very lucky because Meslier makes a really good save and then it comes off the post and back in for comes off the post and back across right into the path of Rigg, who just happens to be there from the first time he slid in. Yeah, look, I mean, who was it? Let me just check the bench. Like, who have we got that we can bring on in this game that could potentially change things? When you actually look at it, we've kind of run out of options. We've got 2 wingers injured. We've got 2 central midfielders injured. We've got a centre-back injured. We pretty much don't really have any game-changing options off the bench. You could bring Mateo Joseph on later in the game, but does it make that much of a difference? We don't know. Really good goal from Joel Peru, and hopefully he can get himself another one. But yes, it's going to be a difficult game. I am just going to go away for another second. I'm just going to go and get a hoodie because it's getting rather cold in here with the fan on. Now, you may think, you're crazy, why have you got a fan on? But it's because it keeps my camera cool and stops it from overheating. I would be back in about 30 seconds. Oh, I clicked it and the button was turning off. Back in a sec. CB, that joke is terrible. But because it's so bad, that's what makes it good. Penny, I have no idea what that means. Oh. I thought you said Max is where your little dog. But you said where is. She's asleep on the bed. Farker did dig out the purchasing department about not getting a dedicated 10, Chewy's saying. And I think we'll go back in for a 10 in January, to be honest. I do. I think we'll go back in for a number 10 in January. And I think it could be the kind of catalyst to sending us into into the automatic places. I think it could be. But I mean, look, we looked at it before the game. What was it? Farker. Joel Peru has scored 57 goals in the past 3 or 4 seasons or something. So, and that's the most out of anyone. So it's not like he's not the best striker in the Championship. If he's played in a side that works for him, he's going to score a load of goals. But what I think we need to do is work it out so that we get the most out of him. The problem is, Hank, with Brendan Aronson, seeing Brendan Aronson getting bodied a bit in this one, it's going to be difficult for him because, number one, don't really have anybody else who can play number 10. And number 2, he's up against Joe Bellingham. Now, Bellingham is taller than him, stronger than him, maybe not quicker than him off the mark, but in terms of when he gets his stride going, he's up there. So look, I think Aronson's going to have to figure out a way of doing this, because we don't really have anybody else who can play in the number 10, unless, I mean, I don't think Joel Peru can, but you know that Farke thinks that's an option, unless when Joseph comes on, he comes on for Aronson and Peru goes in the number 10. You don't know, but it's going to be, it's going to be difficult for Aronson to be able to, actually get the better of Bellingham here, because Bellingham, like I said, stronger, potentially faster, bigger. Aronson's gonna have to think of a way to get past him here, really. Yeah, Joe Bellingham's like 6'3". Aronson's about 5'9", soaking wet, P. Morton's saying. So, yeah, look, I mean, it's going to be a struggle, isn't it? It's going to be a struggle for Aronson in there, but hopefully he figures a way to get a bit of space from him, because if he can, it's going to allow Leeds to actually open up the gaps in behind a little bit more and potentially create more chances. When is Bamford's contract ending? Contract Leeds. Patrick Bamford's contract with Leeds expires in 2026. So at the end of this season, he'll have 1 year left on his contract. Yeah, end of summer 2026 is when his contract runs to. I like Bamford, but he's just becoming less and less effective, really. I would like to see him kind of get a couple of goals, get back in the form, but at this point, not so sure I see it happening. I haven't listened to that podcast in ages, actually, to be fair. Mr. P saying we needed to have grabbed a couple more goals in the first half. That would have forced Sunderland to chase the game and probably left us openings. Yeah, but I just think we've obviously struggled to we had a really good patch, but we've struggled outside of that to be able to create too much. So I think 1-1's probably a fair reflection of this first half. I think that we've got to give Sunderland their credit for being as good as they've been. Yeah, look, it's going to be difficult, but if we can go out and get an early goal in this second half, there's every chance that they come out a little bit more and they start giving us a little bit more space in behind to get a few more chances on the counter-attack. I liked it when we started coming in and pressing a little bit higher, getting Rothwell coming forward, Aronson coming forward and winning the ball back off their defenders as they were trying to play out from the back. We managed to do that a few times in the second half of the first half. But, it kind of tailed off towards the end of the first half. Somerville isn't getting a game at his new club. Should have stayed here another year. Yeah, I don't really know why you wouldn't get a game when he was so good last season. It's a bit... I don't know. Is Bogle getting skinned? Bogle got skinned once. Bogle got nutmegged by Mundle. But I don't think, other than that, anyone's particularly got the better of Bogle. Now, Bogle is obviously high and wide a lot, so he's not necessarily back in that right-back position, but that's not really his role. tell you what, I always say this, but half-time takes so long. We pressed well at times. Rothwell led that, but he couldn't maintain it. I think he could, but it's just about choosing when and where to press. And you don't want to be doing it 100% of the time. Excuse me. You don't want to be doing it 100% of the time, because that's when you do start to fatigue. We don't currently have a Gruev to drop into left back and cover full back going forward. Yeah, I know what you mean, because we've Gruev pretty much has been his role, hasn't it, to drop into the left back position, cover that side, and essentially help to build up from the back, which people are saying that we're too negative when we play like that. So this is what happens when we don't have any actual holding midfielders in our midfield. We've got 2 number 8s, 2 proper out and out. Basically, when back in the early 2000s, and obviously before that as well, when a lot of teams were playing that 4-4-2, and you had players like, I don't know, Lampard and somebody else for Chelsea, or can't think of too many players for this example, but you didn't really have holding midfielders and attacking midfielders as such. For a lot of teams, you had number 8s who could defend and go forward. Your Steven Gerrard, your Frank Lampards were essentially kind of going back to that old school, not having out and out holding midfielders who were basically half centre backs, half midfielders. We're playing with number 8s, players who want to go forward and want to get back and defend, and having to be a bit of the best of both worlds. So it is going to be a little bit different to watching how strong we were with 2 holding midfielders. We are just about to kick off here in the second half, by the way. Don't think there's been any substitutes from either side. We are underway here at the Stadium of Light. Oh, what's happened there? Peru just ran down the pitch and then bounced into Bellingham and went down, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. I think Bellingham's getting himself a yellow card there. Don't really know what happened. Oh, I do. Peru set off running, and Bellingham just had hold of his shirt the whole time and pulled him to the ground, and he's got himself a yellow card. So here's Rothwell. Now Nonto. Rodon. Strauk. He does run, but he's just not very fast. And it always seems to be, even though these are professional fit pitches, that there's always like quicksand or mud where Peru is running, wherever he runs. Ramazani taking the ball down the line, trying to get the ball back across there, but it is going to be cleared there by Sunderland. Firpo. Tell you what, it'd be good if we could get Joe Bellingham sent off, wouldn't it? That would potentially turn the tide in our favour. He's on a yellow card now, so there's a good chance. Oh, Rothwell plays the ball forward there into Nonto. It would have been a great ball to Bogle, but Nonto stopped it. Here's Rothwell getting the ball back. Nonto, little flick to Rothwell. Rothwell pokes it into the box, but then it's cleared by Kirkin as far as Mundle. Mundle now trying to come forward, and then Firpo brings him down from behind. Firpo, I think he's going to get himself a yellow card there. If he doesn't, I would be very shocked. There's a free kick here on the left-hand side, in the left-back position-ish for Sunderland. Taken quickly. I don't think Firpo got himself a yellow card there, you know, which amazes me. Here's Ramazani into Peru. Ramazani gets it back. Little lofted first-time pass. Tried to go over the top for Aronson, but it's headed away. Now Bellingham picks it up in the deep-lying midfield position. Out wide to Kirkin. Down the line now to Mundle. Can't really see their names, can you, on the back of the Sunderland shirt? Midfield here now for Sunderland, and Rigg tries to play it out wide to Mundle, but it's taken away from them by Bogle, who intercepts. Now Strauk. Rodon, who of course got himself that yellow card in the first half. Goz, if you think that Jude Bellingham's overrated, then you've got a screw loose. If you think that Jobe Bellingham's overrated, then I think that's an okay opinion. But to say that Jude is overrated is crazy. Here's Firpo. Now Rothwell. Oh, bad header there by... Oh, ball bouncing across. Bad header away there, but the ball's bouncing in the box for Leeds. Nonto goes to shoot. Blocked away there, and Nonto still has the ball. Now out on the wing position. Being closed down by Mundle and Bellingham. Good ball back to Bogle. Bogle across the box. Saved away by the goalkeeper, and then the sliced clearance is only inside the box here. And then Aronson's given away a free kick against Leeds. It's going to be a free kick to Sunderland just inside their own box. I think you can even see in this game that Jobe Bellingham has been a big influence on this game for how well Sunderland have played. He's just very good at carrying the ball, very good at finding himself in space, very good at defending as well, being physical. He's very good. Yeah, but like, I'm sorry, but as a 21, 22? He might even be younger than that. Jude Bellingham scored a ridiculous amount of goals for Real Madrid in that kind of false nine role. Like, he cannot be underrated. Nobody's going to thrive in a Gareth Southgate system. Especially no creative attacking players. Nobody's going to thrive in that system. It's a foul there on Sunderland by Firpo, and it's going to be a free kick. Here's Bellingham now on the ball. I'm not sure. There's two Bellinghams, by the way, Stephen Dickinson. Jobe, who plays for Sunderland, and Jude, who plays for Real Madrid. It's not the same one, if that's what you were thinking. Here's Mundle. Tries to cut inside and go past Nonto, but now Aronson picks it up. Oh, Aronson putting himself in a bit of danger here. He could have just cleared it, but he's now given them a throw-in in a fairly high up position by the corner flag into the box, headed back out of the box to Kirkin now. Kirkin looking to try and get the ball in the box here. Bogle up against him. Kirkin, I think, tries to win the corner kick there, but it's cleared down the line by Nonto in the end. I mean, Sunderland are top of the league. It's not at the moment on paper. There isn't a much better team than Sunderland in the league. Jobe, I think, was also at Birmingham, yeah. Good tackle there by Bogle. Here is Bellingham. Patrick Roberts now on the right-hand side. Gone past Ramazani very easily there. Still going here. Patrick Roberts drops it off down the right-hand side to Hume. Cleared away by Leeds in the end. Mr. P saying, difference between the teams is Sunderland's defenders get the ball to a midfielder or winger as soon as possible, only going back to their defenders as a last resort. Leeds, it seems like it's the only option. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but there's different styles of play, isn't it? Leeds are the ones that are dominating the possession, so Leeds are going to be the ones that have to take a little bit kind of slower passing because Sunderland are ceding possession to Leeds, basically saying you try and break us down, and when we get it back we'll have a go. So it's a different style of playing, really. Leeds are the ones who have had the ball for the most part. Here's Mundle. Tries to play it down the line here, and then a good tackle by Rodon, but it is going to be a corner kick to Sunderland. Yeah, but the thing is, who'd you put on for Aronson if that is the case? Injured, CB. Ball comes into the box off the corner. It's very deep, headed back across, flicked again. Aronson away. The volley away, and then the volley from Rig, I think it is well wide in the end. Ball, Kirkin headed it back across. It was flicked and then headed away by Rodon, and then the long shot there from. No, it's Neil, I think. Yeah, I know what you mean, Chewy. You need to wait for those triggers and then try and do it fast, don't you? Rather than playing it around from the back. You play it round at the back to drag the opposition out, to open up spaces. And that's when you then try and quickly break the lines, which I think is what Rothwell's been trying to do. Ramazani there with a good little header back to Aronson. And Aronson's pass just not good enough there. Yeah, I think Aronson is having a little bit of a stinker here, you know. Here's Kirkin. Down the line to Mundle. Ramazani trying to win it back, but Mundle's still going here. Drops it back off to Bellingham. Forward ball here, and then Rodon does really well to cut that one out. I think it's going to be a free kick against Mundle there for a slide tackle on Rodon. Leeds then with this free kick to take in their own kind of right back position. Crew's a holding midfielder though, or certainly either a holding midfielder or a number 8. He's not a number 10. Here's Ramazani carrying it forward here. See, Ramazani, he's done really well there to get the ball to Firpo. Firpo now. To Firpo back. Firpo scores! Nonto got the ball back into Junior Firpo, and Junior Firpo has just put it in the bottom corner for Leeds. 2-1 to Leeds. What a good time to score. 10 minutes after half-time. Sunderland now will have to come out. What was about to say was that Ramazani hasn't been able to fully carry the ball at any point in this game like he has done against other teams because they've been so good at closing him down and getting the ball off him. But that time when it came to him, he was just able to get the ball away far enough from the players that he was next to get the ball to Firpo. It dragged 4 players to him, Ramazani, and then Firpo does well to find Nonto in the box. Nonto straight back to Firpo. Firpo with a really tidy finish into the bottom corner there on his left foot. So Ramazani in the centre of the pitch pulls 4 players towards him, then plays it out wide to Firpo, who comes into that half space, gives it to Nonto on the wing. Nonto knocks it back to him, curls it in the bottom corner with a really nice finish with his left foot. Exactly where he wanted it. Exactly where Leeds wanted it. And now Leeds are 2-1 up at the Stadium of Light. Bellingham now trying to carry the ball forward. Aronson trying to stop him. Aronson doing well here to harry him and force him to go backwards there. Now Mepham. Sometimes all you need to do defensively is force them to make a decision and go backwards rather than go forwards. You don't really need to win the ball back 100% of the time. Here is Bellingham again though. Now back to Mepham. Mepham forward, but Rodon takes a nice touch and gives it to Tanaka. Tanaka turns. He's still got the ball here, Tanaka, just waiting for a pass to open up, really. Here's Strauch. Now Melier. Gives it back to Tanaka. Tanaka always seems to have time and space when he picks up the ball. Good positional awareness. But Sunderland now are dropping back in to a mid-block. Last 10 minutes, possession, Sunderland 65%, Leeds 35%. And now we need to score one more, Ruggy. It needs to be 3-1 to Leeds, according to Mr. P. And then we'd go top. Nonto's giving the ball away there, but he has going to win it back. Well done, Nonto. come forward with it. Nice ball in into Joel Peru. Peru, you just need to make sure you don't give it away here. Nice. Nice, well done. Now to Strauch. Back again to Ramazani, and now gives it to Firpo. Into Joel Peru's feet. He's been tackled there, and now they can come forward, Sunderland. Looking to spread the play out to the left-hand side for Kirkin. He's just going to keep that one in play on the left-hand touchline. Knocks it back inside now to Bellingham, who spreads the play across to Mepham on the right-hand side. Down the line here. To try Hume, and then back again to Mepham. Mepham across to Luke O'Nien. Now Kirkin down the line to Mundle. On the left-hand side now, Bogle trying to stop him getting the cross in the box. Little pass inside to Bellingham, though. Bellingham now looks for another pass. He plays it out wide again to Mepham. Mepham out to the other wing. Here's Patrick Roberts. Trying to find a way to wiggle into the box, but Leeds take the ball off him through Ramazani. Ramazani with a lofted through ball here towards Joel Peru. Can Joel Peru keep the ball? And he can. He's out on the left-hand side up against Chris Mepham. Good ball down the line here to Aronson. Aronson, can he... Oh, he could just manage to hook the ball back into the box there, but there was nobody who anticipated it, and now Sunderland come away with it. Here's Bellingham just carrying it inside his own half towards the halfway line. Comes over the halfway line and gives the ball to Mundle out on the left wing and continues his run. Ball down the line here to Bellingham. Bellingham's going to try and get the ball in the box. It goes across everyone, and now Patrick Roberts at the other side tries to get it into the box. And then Strauch gets a foot to it, and it's going to be a corner kick to Sunderland here. A bit of an end-to-end game now here at the Stadium of Light. Ends up, though, with a corner here to Sunderland. I don't think Bogle has been poorly defending, to be honest, Stephen. I don't know what you're seeing there. I think Bogle's been quite good. Corner kick about to come into the box then from Sunderland. Comes towards the back post, headed away by Bogle. Now Nonto backs into Neil, and now he goes past him and he's pulled back by Neil, and it's going to be a yellow card and a free kick to Leeds. Yeah, does get himself a yellow card there. I was going to say, by the book, that should be a yellow card. Oh, yeah, it'd be a great result. I mean, look, I said about the Norwich game, a 1-1 at Norwich, away at Norwich, isn't that bad of a result, and especially if we go on and win this game. I think it keeps us in good form. It keeps us as 2 points per game. Rodon. Back to Meslier. Mellier's going to have to send this one long now. Yeah, but that's because he's not meant to be, Stephen. He's playing as a right... He's playing as a wing-back, an attacking full-back. He's meant to be high up the pitch, so when he's always a little bit late getting back, it's because he's been attacking. He's been in the final third trying to create things and make things happen, and that's just the way that we play football. Here's Kirkin. Now Mepham. Good interception there by Ramazani. Is he going to be able to keep the ball in here? He just can't quite keep it in. And it's going to be a throw into Sunderland. Thrown back here to Patterson. I think that might have been a foul throw by Sunderland there, but it never gets given in professional football. Anyway, here's Luke O'Nien. Into Bellingham. Back to O'Nien again. Back to Bellingham. Back to 09 again. Now to Mepham, a new player for the first time in 5 passes. Yeah, he should be defending, but his job is to get back and defend, but he can't always get back as fast as you'd like him to because he's not superhuman, so he's gonna be out of position at times, but that's the sacrifice you make when you want to play football with attacking fullbacks. Bogle now up against Mundle. Rodon stops the ball coming in the box. Shot from distance, but it's blocked there by Leeds, and now Sunderland have to play it back to Mepham again. Mepham with a long ball out to the right-hand side for Patrick Roberts, who's come back from an offside position, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. I think the Sunderland manager's getting a bit annoyed there, or he's coming to do a bit of analysis with his coaches and potentially make some subs at some point soon. With our bench this game, not really sure who would, if anyone came on, who would actually make a difference. Here's Meslier. Sends that one long. Up towards Bogle, who heads it back to Joel Peru, but it's headed away by 09. Now Mundell can drive forward with the ball. Isidore trying to get the ball in the box, but it's blocked by Rodon. It's going to be a corner kick. I'm pretty sure Chambers is an attacking midfielder. I'm back. I'll have to sort the timer out shortly. But at the moment, Sunderland have a corner. I'll sort the timer out very soon. Corner came into the box and is cleared away by Nonto. Picked up here, though, by Hume. Long ball into the box. Headed across. Meslier can come and catch that one and fall on it. Do you know what's annoying, though, P. Morton? It's not. It's like thousands of pounds worth of computer and it's doing this, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why. Just cannot figure out the life of me why. I am going to change the timer now, but I will keep commentating. Ball into the box here for Sunderland, just as they try to fashion an opening. Hume, good tackle there by Rothwell, and he can come away with it. Stop saying that, Goz. I will never go to them. I am AMD all the way. And it's nothing to do with the fact that it's AMD. It's not overheating or anything. Kirkin. What am I trying to do? Change the bloody timer? That's it, innit? Oh, Kirkin's gone down here off the ball, so I'm assuming that the game will be stopped in a second. Hume tried to volley that one then, but it disappeared over the bar. It's the Gremlins. It's the Gremlins. Yeah, it's a terrible shot in the end by Hume, but again, it was a good chance. It was a good chance for Sunderland. Leeds need to stop giving away chances like that. It's probably about 10 seconds behind the timer, by the way. Bogle wins the header. Tanaka wins the second one, and now Rothwell flicks it back to Aronson. Aronson flicks it again to Peru, and then Peru's little flicked header towards Ramazani, who would have been through, is cut out by Mepham well there. Here's Kirkin. Nonto does get a foot there, and then Peru ends up fouling. Leeds will go second at the moment, joint points with Sunderland, but we'd obviously have to score another one to go top. Here's Kirkin, tries to get the ball into the box. Melié's able to fall on that one. Does take a whack though in the head there, Melié, I think, from Strauch. Hi Rob, welcome to the stream. Fingers crossed I called the score and Firpo's goal on Joe's stream yesterday. Yeah, hopefully we get another one as well here. Yeah, Melié took a thigh to the head then from Strauch, by the way. He had to stop Isidore from being able to get in behind there, and he's in the end, whilst trying to protect his goalkeeper, he's actually whacked his own goalkeeper in the head. Windows 1888. Windows 1888 was just an actual window, wasn't it? Like just an actual window frame. I would assume that we might be bringing in Darlow on at the moment. Sunderland are making a substitution here. It's Chris Rigg coming off. I think that's Chris Rigg anyway. Yeah, Chris Rigg's coming off and Alan Brown is coming on. Why do I recognise him? Did he play for Preston? Who did Brown play for? Is it Preston or Stoke? I recognise him from last season, but he wasn't at Sunderland. To tell you what, it would be so nice if we went and scored another goal now just to ease things out a little bit. God, Melié is tall, isn't he? Physio's looking at him, but he's looking up at him like that. Like proper craning his neck to look up that far. Melié still in conversations with the ref here. Still not kicked back off again here, so I would imagine that we'll be getting a bit of extra time or added time as well. Melié drops the ball and kicks things back off here with a long ball forward towards Joel Peru. Headed away, though, by Sunderland. Rothwell picks it up, though. Rothwell's gone not necessarily off the boil, but he's not been involved as much in doing things as impressive as what he was in the first half. In the first half, I thought Rothwell was brilliant, best player on the pitch. Here's Melié with the ball, though. He's going to have to send that one long up towards Joel Peru. Do you know what? Joel Peru's quite a big lad, but he doesn't really ever win many headers, does he? In terms of trying to hold the ball up. Leeds tried to play the ball forward with a little chipped pass there, but it's headed away by Sunderland, and now they come forward. Patrick Roberts plays the ball down the line, but Chernia Firpo cuts it out. Here's Tanaka now. Tanaka still carrying on with the ball, and eventually drops it off with Rodon. Doesn't really ever lose the ball, does he, Tanaka? Here's Rothwell. Although I think Rothwell and Tanaka are both very good at keeping hold of it. Strauch tried to play that ball forward there, but it's gone into touch. Because they're trying to play with each other, Mr. P. They're trying to offer each other an option, because I think if just one of them has the ball in all that space, they've not really got any... they've not really got any options. Whereas if you come close to him and you give him a tight passing option, he's got somebody at all times to pass to, whichever one of them it is. Karen Curtin saying Alan Brown played for Preston for 10 years. 10 years, all right, yeah. I knew I recognised him from somewhere. I think I was thinking of Ben Pearson as well, who'd play for Preston and Stoke. Cross ball into the box there and headed over the bar by Isidore. It was hung up a little bit, and he would have had to generate the power himself. And it's flown over the bar in the end by the Sunderland forward. Not a very good cross for him to have to try and deal with. Bench options in midfield will be interesting. We don't really have anyone. Mateo Joseph is about to come on, by the way, though. I think it's going to be Joel Peru, so I think it's just going to be a straight swap. Peru's going to come off. And, yeah, just seeing Peru's goal again here. Just heads it right into the bottom corner. It's a really good header in the end. Right in the bottom corner there. No chance for the keeper. But, yeah, he is now being brought off. And so it looks like it's a straight swap, and that Mateo Joseph will just go and play up front for the remaining 24 minutes, plus whatever's added on as well, which you might imagine there might be a few minutes for the there might be a few minutes for the Meslier head injury. That one's headed all the way back to the goalkeeper through Luke 09. Here's Mepham coming forward with the ball. Played to 09 again. Now out wide to Kirkin. Kirkin tries to go down the line. Goes past Nonto. Then Bogle cuts out the pass to Mundle. Here's Nonto coming away with it. Nonto still trying to keep going here. It's going to be a throw into Leeds there, just outside the technical area of the Sunderland manager. I hope so, Pete. That's what I'm hoping to happen here. I'm hoping that Mateo Joseph, the game gets a little bit more stretched in the next 10 minutes or so. 10 minutes or so, and that's when he gets his chance. Throw in here again to Leeds, about halfway inside the Leeds half. Bogle to take. That's old school. Sunderland on their footballs, it says SAFC, as in Sunderland, and they've written it on the balls in Sharpie, and that's what you do at like amateur football, so that another club doesn't nick your balls, because obviously you have to pay. You'd have to pay for them yourselves, but the club have written their name on the ball. Rodon heads it away. Oh, bad touch there by Sunderland, and Leeds may be able to get away here. Here's Firpo into Rothwell. Rothwell back to Firpo. Firpo down the line here to Aronson, who plays it down the line further to Tanaka. Outside of the football towards Ramazani. Can he get there before 09? He can't, but he is going to force him to go back to the goalkeeper here, who ends up... Oh, apparently Ramazani's fouled 09. How annoying. Taken quickly here to the left-hand side for Kirkin. Association Football Club. Is it, though, or is it Sunderland? Yeah, some of them are athletic, aren't they? Like Wigan are WAFC, but they're Wigan Athletic FC. Oh, great turn by Aronson in the box, and then his cross is headed away. Rothwell tried to put one back in, and now Sunderland can come forward through Mundle. Tanaka tracking back, trying to stop Mundle from doing what he's wanting to do. And eventually it's a good tackle by Leeds, but it does go out for a Sunderland corner. So Sunderland have a corner there. 10 minutes to go here. If Leeds can... I meant 14, Chewy, when I said that earlier. I've only just realised what you're on about. LUAFC. Yeah, it's just not really something that gets said anymore, is it? Association Football Club. Headed away there, headed back into the box, and now Meslier can catch that one nicely. Meslier doing his best attempt to look like he was going to throw it quickly there. But in the end, he's taking his sweet time. Meslier. Now he puts it down and he kicks it long. Mateo Joseph is knocked over there by Luke 09, and Leeds have won a free kick high up the pitch. Hi, Sujal. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Max and Leeds fans. Have been out with some mates and joined in late. Amazing 2-1 Leeds, come on. Yeah, it's been a pretty even game, to be honest, Sajal. Goals coming from, firstly, Joel Peru and then Junior Firpo. And it's been a pretty tight game overall, I would say, pretty evenly contested. And Leeds now have a free kick. Here's Tanaka. Plays it out wide to Bogle. They all will, I assume, Pete, but I'm not sure who they're against. We'll have a little look at that in a bit, unless somebody can put it in the chat. Here's Rothwell. Knocks it back now to Strauch. Strauch to Tanaka. Tanaka back to Strauch. Now down the line to Firpo. Into Nonto. Back to Rothwell here. Rothwell with a nice ball into Ramazani. Ramazani has Bogle outside him, and Bogle's been given the advantage after Ramazani was pulled back there by a Sunderland player. Here's Tanaka. Strauch. Brendan Aronson had his shirt pulled there, and it's going to be another free kick to Leeds. Getting a little bit stop-start now this game. Yeah, bring Peru back on with fake glasses and a fake mustache, and see if he can go and score. How have Tanaka and Rothwell played in midfield? I think they were very good in the first half. Struggled a little bit in the second half. They struggled to get too much on the ball, really. But I think in terms of actual, they've not really made any mistakes or anything. I think they've both been very good. Sunderland are going to make another change. The B-Tech Jack Clark, as in he's literally got the exact same haircut as Jack Clark, but just a different face. It's going to be Patrick Roberts to come off here. And Tommy Watson to come on. Sounds like a FIFA Youth Academy name if I've ever heard one. Bogle getting ready to throw that one down the line. Good little touch by Ramazani, but taken away by Mundell. I'm sure that's what he was called. Now Bogle. Does well there, Bogle, but he's fouled in the end. Or the referee's not giving anything, but it was definitely a foul. Ball into the box, and Rodon clears it away, and it's another corner. But I don't understand how that wasn't given as a free kick to Leeds there. God knows how that wasn't given. Well, Mundell getting ready to take this corner kick then. Meslier caught that corner, but it is going to be taken again, I think. I think the referee's actually having a word with both captains here. Oh, well, actually, no, just Mepham and Aronson, because I think they were pushing each other. So, again, corner's about to come in now. Kirkin's just pushing Nonto the whole time. Corner comes in, Meslier catches, fumbles a bit, but then manages to catch in the end again. Does well there, Meslier, to hold on to that. And I think it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Junior Firpo has gone down here. Rodon, I imagine, is telling him to take his time, but Firpo is bleeding from the mouth here, you know. Is there a potential that this is a... if there was VAR, there'd be a check. Oh, no, it's just his hip. It was Isidore's hip, I think, there, that Meslier caught the ball on top of Bellingham's head, and Bellingham was like, what's going on? But, yeah, Isidore's hip jumped up and hit Junior Firpo in the mouth, so he's bleeding. I'd imagine there's going to be a lot of time added onto this game now. Yeah, there was a lot in that corner, Michael, wasn't there? Kirkin kept pushing people. Look at the people, Sunderland fans leaving. Pouring out. Don't get it. Byram time, maybe. Or Schmidt. We haven't seen enough of Schmidt, I don't think. I want to see more. But Firpo's just been Schmidt in the face, so he's bleeding and we might have to swap him. Rob, if you'd have joined earlier, I made that exact reference, so good to know that you'd make it too. It'll be 8 minutes at least. Yeah, Firpo's just getting back to his feet now. So I think the referee's going to make Firpo go off the pitch, but he's had to stop the play, yeah, but that's because his face got busted open. It's been talked about before this, hasn't it? This thing of an opposition player fouls your player, and your player is the one who has to go off the pitch for 30 seconds. So you get the punishment, even though it's your player that got injured. Now Nonto's been fouled, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick just inside the Sunderland half. Nonto tried to go forward there. Somehow Mateo Joseph's ended up with the ball as it was cannoned off a couple of players. Great feet there from Brendan Aronson. And again, great feet. Gets the ball back to Tanaka. Now all the way back to Strauch. Across to Rodon. Rodon now to Bogle. Ramazani's down the line. He tries to get a little flick on it, but the ball's gone to Luke 09. But ball back now with the Sunderland goalkeeper, Patterson. No, I was in the CB. I was in the away end at City that night. Leeds lost 7-1, and I stayed till the final whistle. That was horrific. It really was. Mepham now with the ball on the halfway line. Plays it across to Luke 09. Now Kirkin. Sunderland still having to go backwards here. Now Mepham. Across to 09 again. Now out wide to Mundell this time, who's come deep for it. Bogle tracking him all the way. Well, Ramazani does well to get a foot in there, and now Mateo Joseph's going to have to help out as Mundell somehow still manages to keep the ball. Good foot there from Mateo Joseph. Great defensive work as he tries to clear the ball. Although they still have got the ball back here, Sunderland. Dropped off here and out wide again to Tommy Watson or whatever he was called. Sunderland still with the ball. Lofted into the box. Meslier can catch that one. I've only seen the first episode of this new series, Justin, but yeah, it doesn't quite give the same vibes as actual Lord of the Rings. You've got 6 minutes added on, by the way, 6 minutes. Meslier just walking out with the ball there. Sends it long. Up towards Mateo Joseph. Headed back, though, to Mepham, and then Mepham heads it through to the goalkeeper, who can roll it back out to him. Thanks, Liam. Here's Mepham coming forward. 6 more minutes of anxiety. Very accurate description. Ball now on the right-hand side with Watson. Into the centre now, and Leeds trying to cover all up those spaces. Little lofted ball over the top for Brown. Back to Watson again. Firpo does really well there, and he just plays it into touch. Nonto thought he could have possibly played it to him, but thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. Here's Brown. Tried to play it back to Watson again, but they weren't on the same page, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in right by the Leeds corner flag. Need to try and get rid of the ball here. So Schmidt is coming on. Isaac Schmidt for Ramazani, actually. So I wonder if Schmidt might be coming and making it a back five, maybe. Don't know. I'll have to wait and see on that one. Either that or Schmidt's just going to come on the wing as an extra winger, but he's probably going to do more defensive work. Yeah, Schmidt's on now. Thanks, Stephen. 4 minutes left then, plus whatever the referee decides to run it over by. Schmidt picks up the ball into Aronson. Aronson tries to play it down the line there to Matteo Joseph, but it has gone out for a Sunderland throw-in. They throw it back to the goalkeeper. Thanks, White Swan. Man of the match for me, I think it's still Rothwell, you know. It's not over yet, though, everyone. Don't leave. Ball out wide now to Mundle. Schmidt trying to help out Bogle. But it's gone back, and now Leeds can come forward with it. Leeds are on the counter-attack here. Here comes Schmidt down the right-hand side. Great ball out wide here. Nonto's in maybe, or Aronson. Aronson goes to shoot. Very good block in the end by Mepham, I think it was there. Aronson did everything right there. Cut back onto his right foot. Schmidt did really well to get the ball forward. And then Aronson did everything right. Oh, he should have curled it into the opposite corner. He went for a near post finish, which is why Mepham was able to get the block on it. Although, you know, I think he might have been trying to go through his legs. But I think he should have gone for the far corner, so there's no chance of it being a block, and the keeper would have had to make a save. But it is hard to make those decisions in very tight circumstances. Leeds are going to take this corner short, and I think they're going to try and hold it in the corner here. I think that's a throw into Sunderland there. Here's Mepham. Sunderland tried to come forward here. Now Hume. Now they come forward again here, Sunderland. Schmidt goes out wide to try and stop Kirkin's ball into the box. Does really well there, Schmidt. Hopefully that's a throw-in and not a corner. Patterson's coming up for it. The Sunderland goalkeeper's coming up for this corner here. It doesn't actually make sense for him to do that, because if Leeds score another, then on goal difference we go ahead of them. I suppose they'd rather have a potential draw. Shot sliced away by Kirkin there, and Leeds have a goal kick, which I'm sure Ilan Meslier will take his sweet time over. Yeah, ball came in near post there. Kirkin tried to stop it with his nether regions, and then he just sliced it into touch. People going home early in the chat. Yeah, they are. This is the equivalent of people walking out of the stadium. Well, 1 minute to go here. You really need to be having a crack if you're Sunderland here. Oh, Sam Byram's coming on for Wilfred Nonto, by the way. Lee's just putting on as many defenders as humanly possible at this point. Meslier sends that one long. Matteo Joseph backing into his man. Matteo Joseph, can he win it back here? No, he's been pushed away a bit from it there. Well, it's going to be a foul by Jayden Bogle on Mundle. Kicked him right in the shins there. Yeah, but it'd be nice to go top, wouldn't it? Bogle gets himself a yellow card then. Yeah, I mean, it was. He just kicked him right in the shins. Just stopping the whole thing, stopping the play. That's what he's doing. Mr. P, you hate Bogle. Or is it? No, actually, sorry. It was somebody else who was saying before about Bogle, wasn't it? That they didn't like what Bogle was doing. So apologies. It's not you that hates Bogle. Patterson then. Takes this one long. This free kick. And then a little whatever that. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's Meslier just done? What has Meslier just done? What? 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 Well, I need to see that from a different angle. Comes off Firpo's head. I don't even think it takes a deflection. Oh yeah, for those of you who aren't watching it, the ball just free kick came in long from the left-hand side. The goalkeeper took it. We headed it away. Alan Brown just kind of hopefully tapped it back into the box. Easy for Meslier to just come and collect it. It just bounced straight past Meslier and went in the back of the net. 2-2. Why are we going backwards at this point? Bogle, go forwards. If we score again now, it's going to be absolutely scenes, but I highly doubt it. Ball's in the box here with Sam Byram. Firpo, going to be cleared away here. It's going to be full time, I reckon. Strauch now having to go far into his own half to pick that one up. Now Meslier sends it long. Schmidt rolls his man. He's going to be able to get... Is he going to be able to get there? Why? What's going on? Was it offside? Or is that the end of the game? That's the end of the game. Junior Firpo's absolutely fuming. I don't want to see a Meslier hate train. It happens every now and again. He's smiling because he can't believe what happened. I can't believe what I've just seen. I really cannot. Oh, why have I got two timers? I really, 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 really can't believe what just happened. Jesus Christ. It didn't even take a bobble. It did not even take a bobble. He looked back at the pitch like, is it just, how the hell's that happened? Is it just bobbled, like hit a little ridge and just gone in the direction that he wasn't expecting? But... I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that. Look, we deserved a win there. I think we played well. I think we deserved a win, absolutely, but it's, yeah. I don't even like... Oh, my God. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try and pick that apart in a match reaction now and upload that, so make sure you go and check that out because it helps me out. Yeah, it's the way it happened though, isn't it, Chewy? Like, yeah, you would have taken a point before the game started, but it puts us up to third, but after the weekend, everybody's going to go ahead of us again. Oh, I can't look at these smug Sunderland players' faces. Yeah. Right. Anyway, thanks then, everybody, for watching. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you watch the match reaction afterwards. Thanks, everybody. See you in the next one.